You do a lot of challenges on your channel. I love watching them.
Thank you.
What was the hardest challenge you've done?
I'll give you two because I've given one on another podcast, but I want to give you a different answer.
Sure.
First one, the hardest one to finish was the Liver King. The second episode I did with him, he had me do this barbarian. You drag 400 pounds a mile through like sand, rock, dirt, and grass. Horrible experience. We'll never do that again, thankfully. Second to that would probably be the marathon. I think it wasn't as hard in terms of physically, like my body wasn't shutting down the way it was because it wasn't 110 degrees. It was 110 degrees with Liver King, so I was having heat strokes. But with the marathon, it was a new challenge that I have not felt before. I've ran all my life in sports, like, you know, get on the line and do sprints or, you know, jog to get better stamina. But doing an actual marathon, 26.2 miles, my legs never burned so much in my entire life. When I finished, I dropped to the ground and then I was limping for like a week. Like my hip, I could not lift my leg, like picking my leg up just to walk. I was just dragging my leg for like a week. So that was a new type of hard. And that gave me a lot of respect for runners for knowing. And I mean, that's why a lot of runners are not built the way I am. You know, they're maybe more slender or thin because when I pick up my legs, there's an extra 15 pounds each step versus if I was 20 pounds lighter, 30 pounds lighter, of course, I'm going to be running a little quicker with, you know, skinnier legs.
Yeah. What about Liver King's challenge? I'm curious about that. Was that the hardest thing you've done in like your entire life, physically speaking?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that is number one. He watched.
He watched.
Yeah, he watched.
So how did that make you feel? Did that make it harder or something?
I was just like, this freaking guy, man. Like,
but he's done it though. In the heat though, that was the
but this one. So he's done the Barbarian, which is just on this straight gravel path, like a pavement. So metal on pavement slides decently easy. But this is called the Barbarian Crucible. It's like a challenge that he made. It's basically off-roading with this weighted sled, kettlebells in your hand, stuff around, weights on your ankles, and a backpack with 70 pounds is like 400 pounds total. And you're just dragging this through sand. So when you picture sand, you know, running in sand is more difficult because it kind of has that give. It's the same thing. When I'm walking, it's giving on my feet, and then it's also building up behind me on the sled, in front of the sled. Like, you know, it's sliding and the sand's just piling. So there's like maybe another 30, 40 pounds of resistance just to the sled. Yeah. Not fun.
He wanted Jack and I to do that.
But with
the same weight. And I was trying to tell him, there's no way I could lift the same weight as Jack, just from a body mass standpoint. It doesn't make sense that I should be, you know, taking 400 pounds, the same as you taking 400 pounds.
Yeah, so he invited you.
Yes.
Yeah. He wanted to get a bunch of creators on it.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people said no.
It scared a lot of people. So when I was doing it, I was having a heat stroke every like 30 minutes by the end of it. And
what do you mean heat? Like, what is that like?
So, it's 113 degrees outside, but I'm freezing cold, and my sweat is just completely white. Like I have like you know when you in the ocean, you come out and you're dry and you have like white stuff on your clothes or something, or your hat. It was the exact same thing, but on my entire body, like you could literally like scratch off salt because my body just let out all the electrolytes. So I'm on the ground, I'm freezing, but it's 113 degrees out. I'm kind of like not sweating anymore, and they're just pouring water on my body just to keep me like at a normal temperature. And I remember telling them, I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm out. Like, and I've never quit a challenge in my life. And now I have still not because I completed this, but they were like, you are not done. Cause they knew if I didn't finish it, not a single person was going to do it. Cause I'm like the fit guy, you know, if Jesse can't complete it, you guys are definitely not going to say yes to it. All the other YouTubers that, you know, are like runners are not going to do it. Like, cause it's like, it's heavy.
Right.
You know, it's lifting. It's like, you have to be really strong to do this. And I think Eric Decker, he did it. He completed it in a time that I was like, did they make this easier? Because it was after me. I think they realized we have to make it easier, and they made it easier. Because Eric was like, take that, Jesse James West. Like I got a better time.
He got a better time than
you. And I'm
you.
like,
there's
bro,
no way.
I mean, he's pretty fit.
He's fit.
I'm kidding.
He's fit, but like, it was like probably 90 degrees, maybe 80 instead of, you know, 113, which makes all the difference.